Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to talk about The Black Phone 2. The trailer for this had me pretty excited. The snowy setting, I did enjoy that. Aesthetically, it was something different. There were a lot of beautiful shots. I liked that this was this youth camp, Christian camp. There will be more Christian talk because boy, there's a lot in this movie. We'll get to that later. The acting overall, the exception of a couple of characters, Mustang and the bad Christian lady 2, I thought everyone was good in this movie. Gwen and Finney returned. Their characters felt very natural with the progression, exploring the trauma that they've gone through and how they've both handled it in their own separate ways. I liked their relationship together. It felt natural. The 8mm aesthetic whenever a dream sequence would occur, I like it. It does sort of wear thin towards the end of the movie. Now, I understand that Scott Derickson did this to sort of signify to the audience, hey, we're in a dream sequence now. I get it, but yeah, it does kind of wear thin. And the audience is smart enough to pick up on that, I feel like. I don't think it's totally necessary. The grabber himself, which, by the way, couldn't they have thought of a better name? The grabber. It's just so literal. It's like calling Michael Myers Stabby Man. I think we can all agree that we love Ethan Hawke, and it's always good to see him and stuff. And that's one of my problems with this movie. We don't get a lot of Ethan Hawke. We get a lot of grabber, but in a sequel where you can tell that they want to give some backstory, I feel that they could have done much more interesting things. The only time that we see Ethan Hawke is when Finney points at a picture and is like, that's him. How did he become this person that worked at a camp named Wild Bill into driving around a black abracadabra van with a white painted face holding black balloons? Okay, yeah, he killed 3 kids here, but kind of felt a little underwhelmed. And the times that the grabber does show up, I personally didn't find him very scary at all. For a guy named the grabber, he mostly just talks a whole lot. God, that one moment when Finney's on the phone and I'm pretty sure he says like, "Oh, I'm gonna hurt you so bad." It's like, dude, get some better trash talk. So yeah, I just felt like unmasked Ethan Hawke was kind of underutilized. He's a great actor. Similar to how Barbarian had that segue with Richard Brake showing his backstory. Give me something like that, like a flashback scene. Like, let's see how he became this monster. Hey, here's a big one. Nobody dies, at least in this present timeline that we are in. Yes, we have the flashback scenes, which were great, by the way. I do have to say that, like the early nightmare scenes in the cabin, when you see the dead kids, like specifically the one that gets his face like cut in half, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Look, man. Look, man. It's a horror movie, okay? People need to die. Did I want to see Jamie Kennedy killed in Scream 2? No.
Fuck you!
But you know what? It adds gravitas to the franchise. I understand that people like these characters. The camp counselor guy, great character, great actor. We didn't want him to die, but him or the dad or somebody needs to die. Quit playing it so safe. Like, don't be afraid to take some big swings. This was the, once again, Scream 6. Same thing. It's like, oh, we're gonna tiptoe right up to the line of actually killing somebody meaningful, but then pull away so we can get the best of both worlds. At the very end, especially, when the dad is apparently on the way to the camp to rescue the kids, give me a shining moment. Like Dick Halloran taking the snowcat up to the mountains. He's there to save the day. Boom, axe to the chest. I appreciate the arc of his character in this movie. You know, in the first movie, he was a bona fide piece of shit, and he's gotten sober, so okay, that's something. I appreciate that. But that's all the more reason why his death would have been very impactful. Armando, he was a great character. The former gang member guy that's there to help the kids, and they almost kill him twice. There was that moment in the cabin where it seemed like he was about to get killed, and he sees a snowman outside, and then snow gets thrown against the window, and it's like in the shape of the grabber's face. Then it happens like 2 more times after that, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna build to something. He's about to die, right? No, it just cuts till like the next day, and Armando's totally fine. He's chilling. And even at the very end, when he falls in the ice, it's like, oh, here he goes. He's about to die. Nope. It's a nerfed movie. It's like way too safe. The Black Phone is an apt title because, my God, this is a talky movie. There is so much dialogue. I found myself quite bored at many times. I would watch scenes and it's like, okay, that should have been cut there. Oh, still going. Okay. I don't know. The pacing was off. There was just something that wasn't clicking. And I have to talk about this. The amount of Christian stuff in this movie. If you're religious, good for you. My whole thing is believe in whatever you want. Just don't be an asshole or preachy about it. And this movie comes off as quite preachy. There is so much Christian stuff in this movie. You know, Gwen, she's quoting Bible verses, her and the bad Christian lady. There's this whole side story of like, well, this is what a real Christian is like, and you're one of those judgy Christians. It's like those ads you get. You may have seen them. It's like, he gets us. And it'll show like some gangbangers, and they were like, Jesus was a rebel too. And you're supposed to be like, oh my God. Like, that's kind of the energy I got from that. Being Christian's cool. It was like, why is this in here? What purpose does this serve? What message are you trying to send here? The Christian lady was like, Philippians, something, something. And then Gwen was like, tells her the rest of the Bible verse. And it was this kind of mic drop moment. It's like, what are we doing? And there's even that moment towards the end of the movie when they're on the ice and Gwen starts quoting Bible verses to the grabber. And he's like, oh, that won't work on me. This isn't no place for Christianity because I'm bad.
Victory. Oh, death, where is thy sting?
You're alone.
All right. You're gonna like quote Bible verses to him. Being that there is so much Christian stuff in this movie, is that their way of saying like, oh yeah, you know all those silly dinosaurs you people believe in? Like, go fuck yourself with a dinosaur dick. I don't know. I might be reading too much into that. A lot of people are comparing this to A Nightmare on Elm Street, and for very obvious reasons. They decided to take the character of the grabber, go full supernatural, and introduce this dream world. It's not the direction that I would have liked it to have gone, but whatever. It turns into Dream Warriors, basically. Remember the part where Gwen is like, I have superpowers too, and starts fighting back with the grabber. She's like, I brought friends, and the dead kids come up through the ice. At that part, I was like, man, this movie has jumped the frozen shark at this point. What the fuck is this? This is like superhero stuff. I mean, yeah, visually it looked cool. And yeah, the scene with the grabber on ice skates in slow-mo coming out of the shadow, like that. Wait, that's from Curtains. Yeah, when the grabber is on ice skates, that's a choice. I mean, imagine Michael Myers on rollerblades or something. Or, you know, Leatherface on a skateboard. I don't know. It just looked ridiculous to me. It kind of reminded me of this clip from 1998 where this guy is dressed as Freddy Krueger and he's in a figure skating competition.
Would you like to eat my heart?
I love it so much. Much like in A Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever Freddy or the Grabber is doing to his victims, we see it play out in the real world. So there was a scene where Gwen is like being tossed around and she's almost gets thrown in the oven. I like that scene. There was some good tension there, good action. Of course, she didn't die, but yeah, it was cool. But later in the movie, when she's having another dream and the Grabber axes her arm, like an axe right into her arm, she starts bleeding. But in the real world, she's still asleep and her arm just starts bleeding. So it's like, what are the rules here? Things get a little murky. So yeah, at the end, the dad shows up. They have a nice talk, and even though she got axed in the arm, they should probably rush to the ER, much like Scream 6. Wounds don't matter anymore. And yeah, everything just gets wrapped up very neatly. And then you have the scene with the phone call. So Gwen hears the phone. Benny's like, oh, it must be for you because I can't hear it. And her mom answers and she's like, Mom, where are you? And she's like, you know where I am. Heaven? Is she calling from heaven? Because yeah, let's add more religious stuff to this movie. This movie was just not for me. If you liked it, awesome. I'm not trying to change your mind. Everything about this movie was just mid, just super generic. Not a whole lot of tension, at least for me. Nobody dies. It's a horror movie. Kill people. Crazy concept. And it's frustrating because much like the first movie, there were things that I enjoyed about it. And I saw the potential there, especially when you have someone as charismatic and beloved as Ethan Hawke. Will I ever watch it again? No. But hey, if you enjoyed it, awesome. If they make a third one, I hope they take some bigger swings. So yeah, that is going to do it for this review, but thank you so much for watching. If you got a second, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below. If you love this movie, tell me why. If you disagree with me, tell me why. Sound like the Backstreet Boys. Tell me why. If there was something I got wrong, yeah, let me know in the comments because there's a very good chance I did. All right, that is going to do it for this video, but I will catch you on the next one.